Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1998 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. In a shunt negative feedback amplifier as compared to the basic amplifier, what happens to input and output impedances, whether both will increase, both will decrease, or one may increase and other may decrease. Okay, so it is given that when it is shunt negative feedback amplifier, this shunt whenever we are saying it is, at that time first word is going to be related to input side, first word is going to be related to input side and second word is related to the output side. So this is also called as shunt is also called as voltage shunt, also voltage shunt feedback. In this voltage shunt feedback, first word is related to output and second one is related to the input side. There are two ways of specifying the negative feedback. Okay, the type of negative feedback included, either it may be treated as voltage shunt or it may be shunt. Whenever we are saying only with series and shunt words, at that time first one is input, second one is output. Whenever we are using voltage and currents, at that time voltage or current, at that time first word is related to the output, second word is related to the input. So first we are going for the shunt feedback or it is voltage shunt feedback. In this one, what happens to input and output impedances? If you look at this one, this is a general feedback circuit. This is a general feedback circuit. This is considered as output node. How you are making a sample of output signal and it is going to be connected to feedback network, that is related to type of sampling, and type of sampling is going to be related to output side, which is always related to R0. So after taking sampling, at that time it will become R0F, that is output impedance with feedback. And at the input side, the feedback signal is going to be mixing with source signal such that effective input signal is going to be gets reduced. So this is going to be treated as mixing network. Okay, so at mixing is going to be at the input side, so that this mixing is going to be affecting Ri, input impedance. After going with feedback, it will become RIF. RIF is nothing but input impedance after feedback. R0F is output impedance after feedback. Okay, or with feedback, you can say it. R0F is output impedance with feedback, RIF is input impedance with feedback. So based on the type of mixing, based on the type of sampling, R0F and RIF may increase or may decrease. So we will go with the type of feedback is going to be based on the sampling and mixing network. So first I am going with sampling. So if the sampling, this sampling may be either voltage sampling or shunt sampling. If it is voltage sampling is nothing but it is also called as shunt sampling, or the other one is nothing but current sampling, or it is series sampling. This is going to be related to output side. Remember this one. Whenever it is voltage sampling, at that time R0F is going to be gets reduces. If it is current sampling, R0F is going to be gets increased. R0F gets increased. And next, mixing is going to be related to input side. So here the feedback signal, okay, how it is mixing with source signal. So if both the signals are of voltages, at that time it is considered as series mixing. By that time source signal, input signal and feedback signal are all voltage signal. If all are current signals, at that time it is considered as shunt mixing. In series mixing, RIF increases, that is input impedance with feedback is large. In shunt mixing, RIF is going to be less. Input impedance with feedback reduces. So from this table we can say that one, it is voltage shunt feedback, voltage shunt. Voltage is nothing but output sampling, that is voltage sampling shunt mixing. Voltage sampling is R0F reduces, and shunt mixing is RIF reduces. so that both are going to be reduces. Both input and output impedances are going to be gets reduces. So the right answer for this one is A. Both input and output impedances gets reduced. Thank you.